What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack, poolside here at the crib. A little overcast, but we're gonna still do what it do. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. First things first, I hope you guys are having a good day. Salute to the mod squad, the moderators, the subscribers and members over here. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen when you come in here, man. Run the likes up, man, for your boy. And make sure you guys keep the likes at 50% and, tip your bartender. So, since Saturday, man, we've been really talking about this, the situation with the election, the possibilities of election, of, what happened with the incident with Trump on Saturday and the aftermath of that. And now we have to get down to the brass tacks of what we need to do with our money and what we need to get prepared for if either or gains the presidency in 2025. What are we going to be looking at? Okay, so I'm definitely going to talk about one side at a time, man. Talk about one side at a time. We're going to definitely tonight we're going to talk about what happens if Donald Trump and J.D. Vance get elected to the presidency and the vice presidency of the United States of America, and where to put your money. What are you going to do? All right. Because, it doesn't, you could be Democratic, you could be Republican, you could be independent, you could be nonpartisan, non-voter. But what I definitely know is you want your money to be taken care of, dog. I know you want your bag to be in the proper place. All right. And if you're smart, you're not going to get emotional about this election. A lot of people are already very emotional about this election, and just talking about the potentiality of any of these guys is getting people in their feelings, bro. It's already happening. It's already happening with me, man. I got people hitting me on back channels asking me, why am I talking about it? Like this channel isn't called Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Like this isn't what we do. But it didn't bother them when we were talking about stuff that didn't trigger them. But now you're talking about Trump possibly being in office. Now people have a problem. You talk about Biden and what people think about him. Now it's an issue. Now it's, why are you talking all of a sudden? People get emotional about this politics stuff, man. But you know what doesn't get emotional, man? You know what doesn't sleep? You know what doesn't take days off? You know what doesn't need a vacation? Your money. That bag. The bag doesn't have feelings, man. Money doesn't care. Money doesn't care if you were Republican, Democratic, Christian, Protestant, Catholic, Muslim, okay, Buddhist, black, white, spotted, dotted. Doesn't matter, bro. Okay. And that's what I'm here to talk about, man. Anybody that's getting emotional, you obviously don't have nothing to lose. You obviously are already pretty much going to be what you got. Whatever you got, you're trying to protect with your life. And there's not going to be any stretching out. You're not going to take advantage of any of the situations. You're just going to spend 4 years being mad that one guy got in and the other guy didn't, or be mad that the guy who's in there is not doing anything for you. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it's going to be, and that's how it is. But over here, dog, we're definitely, not only are we intellectuals, we're also very much capitalists. Everybody, I wish everyone on here has more money than you already have in your pocket right now. I hope you prosperous. Okay, so we're definitely going to get into it. So we're going to start with Trump and Vance, since they are the hot topic. What actually happens and where you should invest your money. All right. So it's already begun to happen. All right. Trump has been viewed as the possible winner of this candidacy before what happened in Pennsylvania with the shooting and all of that. It's been starting to upturn with the stock. Those of us that actually have stock. and play around with the, with trying to figure it out. Let's get these likes up, you guys, man. Let's run it up. Okay. They're calling it the Trump trade. This has been happening since June 27th. All right. Since the debate. After the debate, the stock market started moving in a different direction. Once they saw that debate and they saw how Biden was stumbling over his words and how he didn't look like he was up to the task, the things that he is going to champion started tanking, and the things that Trump started championing started going up. Those things are energy, investing in energy, industrials, financials, and crypto. Those four things, any type of energy, whether it be energy businesses that involved solar or gas, natural gas, petroleum, any of those things that have to do with energy, electricity, oil, anything that's going to generate energy. Those stocks started going up after the day after the debate. It started going upwards because the investors started saying, hey man, it doesn't look like Biden is going to be able to win this. We better start trying to put our money into these markets. So the energy market's number one. Okay. Number two, industrials. What are industrials? Companies that are actually building and manufacturing things. We know the auto industry is down right now. Auto industry is probably going to start climbing up, as we get closer and closer to the election. Okay, the auto industry, the airline industry, any type of manufacturing, anything that has to do, with things being built, Boeing building planes, all of those kind of things, industries. Okay, a lot of you guys work for industrial companies. So you're looking at that, all right? That's going up, has been going up since June 27th. And then financials, the banks, okay? JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any of those type of banking institutions or higher institutions of lending, any of those type of companies. It could even be Lending Tree. It could be any of those apps. Anything that has to do with financial. SoFi, their financial situation. Any of those companies have been moving up. And then last but not least, cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has been going up. Now, what's interesting about the cryptocurrency is that Donald Trump has been against it. He has not been a supporter of crypto. Okay, but that has changed in this coming up with this new campaign. It has changed. Okay, so I'm going to get into that. But the things that have been trending upwards since the debate, June 27th, 2024, is energy, industrials, financials, and crypto. What's been going down and what's been a wreck is what Biden is his campaign supports. Solar, clean energy, okay, going green. All right. Those things have been a wreck. You've been losing your ass if your money is in those things that are going to provide clean energy, that's going to provide going green. It's just like when your bank tells you, hey, we're going paperless. We're not going to be burning, getting more into electrical transportation and not using fossil fuels. All of that. Tanking, man. Okay? Tanking going down the drain. All right? So what's being called the Trump trade has been already moving markets going on a month. Now, here's the interesting thing. Since the attempt on his life, all right, Bitcoin, something that he did not support before, he is now starting to support it and saying he's going to support it to get the younger demographic, to get a lot of you guys, younger people. Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the speech. Okay, let me know when it comes on. Okay, and I'm looking at it like this, man. The day after the attempt on his life, Bitcoin jumped $1,000 in value. Okay, that next day. In the next 4 days after that, it went up $4,500. Okay, it went up $4,500 since then. Okay, so if you're in crypto and you got some Bitcoin, that's where you need to be doing that, because he's talking about, Trump is insinuating that he is going to he's going to take the government out of the equation and not try to regulate cryptocurrency and get it back to where it was before, where it was a rogue form of finance. That's what he's trying. That's what he's saying he's gonna do. Okay, so once again, these are the things that you should be investing your money in. If you wake up and if you're pro-Trump, you're going to be already happy as a lamb, and if you're not pro-Trump, you need to be protecting your bag. Energy, industrials, financials, and cryptocurrency. If he becomes, gets reelected, solar, clean energy, going green, that's going to be going down right there. Okay. Now, that's the positive side. Here's the bad side. All right. Trump is due to be sentenced for the 37 counts. He's been convicted. Okay. 37 felonies. He's due to be sentenced on September 18th. That just happens to be your boy's birthday. All right. So that's 6 weeks before the election. Now, I know that he's not going to jail. There's going to be an appeal process. We don't know what the sentencing is going to be. We don't know what they're going to say. But Trump's not going to spend a day in jail. That's not going to happen. We're not, as this country, and especially now, after what just happened to him, they're not going to put that man in jail. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So that's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out in regards to how the money situation is working. But these are the things that is kind of going against him, because it isn't all barbecue chicken. It isn't just like, okay, he's in, these are the things that's going to make me money. There is some problems and some things that are some challenges that are going to have to be addressed. Okay. Number one, who's going to be his Treasury Secretary? Because the Treasury Secretary who's in right now is under Biden. So who is he going to have there that he can show America that we're about going in this direction, and you do it my way, you're going to make money. Okay. He's hinted, because of course he's not going to just reveal his hand, but he's hinted at making Jamie Dimon, who's the president of J.P. Morgan Chase, actually the CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, for Treasury Secretary. Why is that a good look? Because J.P. Morgan Chase right now is one of the strongest financial companies right now. Okay, they are in the black right now. They're one of the strongest, if not the strongest. And if you get the man who is in charge of running that entire company, and now he's going to be the Treasury Secretary to handle the money for the government, it's a good optic. Okay, very good optic. All right, but when it comes to what's making money now, if you have money invested in the semiconductor business, let's just say a lot of you guys were talking about Nvidia. Okay, I had Nvidia stock. My wife had a bunch of it, and we made money off of the Nvidia stock because we bought it when it was, well, at least my wife did. I bought it late. I ain't gonna front. Okay, but my wife has had it for like 5-10 years, like not 10 years, but like 5 years already, and she made good money. Here's the issue: if you are investing in that kind of stuff, you're investing in Nvidia, you're investing in Intel, you're investing in Dell computers, anything that has a semiconductor in it. That's your phone. That's the phone that you're on right now. That's the phone I'm on right now. All right. That's your computers. anything like that, your car has a computer in it. Unless your car is just an old school, your car is you know, comes before having a chip in it. Anything that has a semiconductor in it, Taiwan is the leader. That's where the semiconductors are being manufactured. Okay. Some of these companies out here are trying to make their own semiconductors. I know that Dell's starting to try to make their own. I know that Apple's trying to make their own. I know that Microsoft and some of these other companies. But the problem is they can't make them fast enough. They can't make them fast enough for our consumption. All right, that's the problem. So Taiwan is the leader. Okay, Taiwan is a little island. It's literally this big, in the waters that are outside of China. If China chooses to invade and take that over, Trump has already said he's not protecting Taiwan. All right, he's already said, I'm not protecting Taiwan. We're not protecting Taiwan. We're not getting in Taiwan's business. If something happens with Taiwan, that's on Taiwan. Taiwan is not a country that can deal with a superpower like China. China can just basically walk in and just do a home invasion and just elbow up and walk in. How does that affect us? I just told you. Semiconductors are in your daily life, even though you may not know. They're in your daily life, man. Okay? A lot of your appliances have semiconductors in them, unless you have an old ancient ass grandmama Sears refrigerator. Okay, you gotta, you're washing dishes by hand. Your washing machine, man, you're just hanging something in the washing it in the bathtub and hanging it up on a clothesline. All those appliances have some type of chip in it. The problem isn't with us wanting it. The problem is that they don't have the silicon to put in it. They don't have enough to meet the demand. That is why NVIDIA, they split their stock. They said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and split the stock in half, which was great, but it didn't help out as far as financially. It just made people be able to come in at a lower price point. Because I remember when, right before that, NVIDIA stock was going for like $1,200 a share. Okay, that the average working person doesn't really have $1,200. So once they split it and they did a 10-to-1 split, now you can get it for less than a pair of tennis shoes. I think the stock yesterday was 117. It's down. Okay, all right, it is down. All right, so what's gonna happen, man, if China says, hey man, we're gonna go ahead and just invade these countries over here to get the chips? Something breaks, or you want to get the new iPhone 34, you're not going to be able to get that, homie, because we're not making them fast enough. Now, what Trump wants to do is he wants the semiconductors to be made here in the country. He wants everything to be U.S. made. He doesn't have a problem with it because he's like, well, hey, you know what? We should be making them ourselves. But the problem is you got to have the raw materials. You got to have the raw materials to make it. The raw materials are the raw materials, man. Okay, you just can't say, okay, I'm going to build a car and you don't have steel, or you don't have aluminum, or you don't have everything that you need. Everything, even if you go and buy an American car, you're buying probably having some parts in your car that's not American. Okay, I'm telling you that now. All right, some of these celebrities that are driving around in these Bentleys and driving around in these Maybachs and all of that. They don't understand, man. They got BMW parts, man. You start taking off stuff. You start taking manifolds off. You start looking inside. You'll start seeing BMW. Because at the end of the day, man, somebody has to make these parts, bruh. Okay? Yeah, we might throw our emblem on it, shine it up. Throw some Egyptian carpet inside of the car, and throw some Corinthian leather, okay, even though that's not even real leather. I'm just using that because it sounded good. But even if you're doing that, man, when you start taking off hoses and you start getting down in there, you start getting down in the carburetor area, you're gonna start seeing Volkswagen, you're gonna start seeing BMW, you're gonna start seeing Fiat, You're going to start seeing your cars that you're thinking, oh man, I done paid 500 grand, but dog, at the end of the day, man, the things that's making it work is the same thing that's making work the 7 Series BMW that's down at the local dealer, bruh. Like, let's not act like these people are making every part for these cars. They're not. Okay? So the same thing with the semiconductor situation. You know how many years ahead Taiwan is of us here in the United States trying to build our own semiconductors that's going to keep your iPhones working, that's going to keep the televisions working, your smart TV and all. Man, you don't even understand, man, how much we rely on this stuff. All right? So that's a problem. Because right now, dog, our way of life is predicated on that. Okay? And then the other thing that's a problem right now is the boosting the tariffs. Trump is talking about any type of imports coming in this country. He's raising the tariff rates. He's going to raise the taxes up. So if you're a fan of German cars, German motorcycles, you're a fan of anything that's coming in, you're buying a Toshiba TV, you're buying a Sony television, anything that's not manufactured here, all right, you're gonna have a problem, bro, because they're gonna raise it up. It's gonna come to you. Now you're gonna be spending more for that same thing, all right, because he's gonna say you need to be buying American, which goes back to industrials. So you better start going back to get out of that Mercedes Benz, and you better start going back to Buick. You'll be driving around in a Buick, okay? Driving around in a Buick, driving around in a Eldorado, Cadillac Eldorado, old school, okay? Because any of these new cars, Nissan, Toyota, Kia, all of them, that's all imported. All right, it's all imported. So we got that, man, and also undocumented immigrants, people who are working these jobs, who may not have proper citizenship. He's definitely gonna be trying to get them out of here. All right. So non-regulation of cryptocurrency, like I said before, trying to get that to be non-reg. I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, the government is already trying to figure out how to tax this money. It's just money being rolled around. It's a whole economy that they can't control, and I don't see that happening. All right, but that's what he's trying to do. Okay, and the interest rates are going to go up on everything. All right, so that's where we're at with it. Trump is starting to move markets. They're calling it the Trump trade. Over the past 4 days, these industries have went up. All right, energy, industrial, financial, and crypto, those things have went up. And solar, clean power, going, green energy, those things are wrecked. All right. So if that goes in, you need to be ready, man. You need to be ready. Right. You may have to pull out some of your money. I'm looking at, like, I looked yesterday and I saw my Nvidia stock and it was down, bro. I haven't seen Nvidia stock drop like that in a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, bro, because they're saying, hey, man, Trump is gonna tide us off. And even though Nvidia is an American company in the Bay Area, in Silicon Valley, where I'm, where I'm from and whatnot, their parts and everything they get is from Taiwan, bro. It's all imported. All right. So that's where we're at with it, man. Understand, pay attention, guard your grill, know where to put your money at, dog. Let's see what we're gonna do, and that's the game right there, man. Let me read your comments and go back in here and wait for Trump to get on here and do a stuck thizzle. But that's where we're at, bruh. That's where we're at. We have to understand, man. The possibilities is 50-50, man. You flip a coin, it could be Biden. You better know that the opposite is going to happen if Biden is in, and we will go over Biden tomorrow. But I just definitely wanted to talk about this money because that's what I'm in it for, dog. I'm not in it for bragging rights. I'm not in it to run around and wear a red hat that says America's great again, or Biden did it in blue hat. I'm not out here showcasing. I live in Los Angeles. Red and blue doesn't count. Doesn't stand for Democrats and Republicans in this city. When you're African American, that's you throwing up a flag. So I'm definitely not walking around tripping about that. But what I am going to do is take advantage. I'm going to take advantage every way I can. And that's what I would recommend you doing. All right. So let's see what's going on, man. Read your comments real quick, man. Hope everything is cool with you guys. Like I said, man, we're rating. I'm not trying to watch the whole, Republican convention. I did that the first day, man, and it was just a lot of bloviating, bro. Like not a whole lot of substance. I want to get to the part where I actually hearing people talk that I want to see. So that's where we're at. Daniel Berry Sports in the house. What's going on? Yo, what's happening? Tony Dale, good evening. Unfiltered Nation, what's up, man? What's going on, TD? I hope everything's cool with the coffee, dog. Wildcard Coffee, good evening, man. It's popping. Okay, Bev, what's going on, sis? Good evening. All right, Tony Dale. Kylan, salute, Shaq. Appreciate the money moves content. Hey, man, that's what we do over here. I know, we love our sports and we love our entertainment, but the more money we have, the more we're going to be able to enjoy our sports and entertainment, bruh. Trust me. Don't let my pockets get out of control. There won't be no me missing any games. Okay, I definitely gonna get me a suite. Definitely gonna get me a suite at the Death Star, bruh. Let me get my money right, and I will be in Vegas every home game. All right, there won't be no me watching it on TV, man, unless I don't want to go on the road. All right, so that's my goal. All right, so we definitely going to talk money, and those people who are just to let you guys know, man, don't tell nobody, man. But there's been a little bit of backlash for your boy talking about this money and talking about this politics. Some of these people didn't want me to do it. Some people's kind of mad. And I'm like, man, come on, dog. Really? No, they kind of mad, man, because they don't want certain people to come up. But guess what, man? We gonna come up anyway. There's nothing they can do. Ain't nothing they can do, dog. They can't. They just gonna be mad. Okay? We're gonna talk about whatever is gonna benefit us. That's what we do. We'll get back to the regular scheduled programming. But right now, I don't think we're not going to stop talking about this, man. Even after the election, I think we're going to still talk about this. This has been very, very good for us over here. All right. A lot more different type of viewers, different demographic, switching the subjects up and having something in common, which is that bag. Like I said, man, we ain't got to like each other, dog. We ain't got to like each other, man. We ain't got to have the same beliefs. We ain't even got to eat the same dinner. But we all want to get some money. Okay, so we definitely doing that, man. Appreciate you, Kylan. Okay, if you're in here, man, hit that like button, man. Let's keep the likes at 10%. 50%. Just double tap it, and then we can go from there, man. Follow me on X and Twitter, man. Okay, at Shaxter21, doing our thug thizzle. We're gonna keep it gangster, because that's what we do. Okay. Chipotle Corporate says, when can I pay my employees more? Deal. Hey, man. Hey, dog. Like I said, people gonna have to make decisions. They're gonna have to understand what it is they're gonna have to do, man. Here in California, these companies are pulling out, especially if you're in the fast food industry. Minimum wage is $20 an hour, bro. It doesn't matter if you're cutting up potatoes. It doesn't matter if you cleaning bathrooms. It doesn't matter if you're sweeping parking lots. You're making 20 bands an hour, not 20 bands, $20 an hour. And guess what? A lot of these companies, they're saying, hey, man, we can't be here no more. Okay, because we're not making money hand over fist anymore. Now they're charging all kinds of money. All right. I just went to Smash Burger. They opened a brand new Smash Burger down over by the water. Went down there, took the fam bam down there, dog. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. Just the burger by itself was $16. One burger, bro. I bought 3 burgers. Wife got her, double bacon cheeseburger. Because she just ordered, and then she went, her and my son went to the bathroom, left me holding the bill. Okay. Say, oh, I want that, da-da-da, and walked off. I'm like, okay, I see how you do it. Okay, lucky I'm related to you. Come on, dog, it was $50-something, bro. For some burgers and some fries, man. And we was 2.5 people. But hey, dog, you guys in there getting paid $20 an hour, man. Okay, but they only had 2 employees. That's the key. They had 2 people. One person was cooking the food, and one person was working the register. That's it. There was nobody else in there, bro. You talk about a skeleton crew. All right. Bev said subscribe and share the channel. Lock in with a membership. Memberships as its privileges, you guys. We're going hard. We're going to make it pop. Chipotle said, what about Hunter's company? Hey, man, it ain't going to matter. It ain't gonna matter if Biden ain't in. It ain't gonna matter. Okay. But I'm willing to bet that they'll have their monies invested in different spots. I'm willing to bet that. Okay. All right. Chipotle corporate said check out the Chipotle stock. I have checked out Chipotle stock. Your stock is like $3,100 a share. I've been seeing Chipotle stock, bro. I mean, I'm like, when are you guys gonna split? Okay. Chipotle stock is incredible. $3,100 a share, bro. And I'm like, it's just the price point is too high, man. I could do too much. I could do too much with $3,100. I'm not just gonna buy one share of Chipotle. But if you got in early, Chipotle early, you're sitting. Your pocket's got the mumps right now. But $3,100 a share, bro. That's too much, man. But you guys are doing your thing. I salute to y'all. Brother Tripe, what's going on, man? You already know. Okay. Collins said, am I gonna watch Trump's speech tonight? Yeah, but I need to watch his speech. I don't want to watch all the other stuff. I'm not here to see a bunch of people celebrating and gallivanting around on either side. I got more important things to do. Just get to the good part, bruh. Just fast forward. If we could fast forward this to when he walks out there and does his thing, cool. But if you can't fast forward, then I'm just let me know when he's on, okay? Because I'm definitely not trying to watch all of that. I gave up a whole bunch of time watching it. All right, okay. In the house, what's going on? Kush Mob, what's going on? Kush Mob 420, what's popping, dog? Linda, what's going on? First time watching. Appreciate you, Linda. Okay. Why don't you sub the channel? You know, we're going to be definitely talking about some things. Fletch, what's going on, Fletch? My dog, Fletch. Shaq, how do you think the financial institutions are going to fare? If Trump's in, it's going to do great because it's big business, man. You got to have banks. You got to have somebody to finance. You got to have financial institutions to funnel big business. You have to have that. Okay, where are all these people going to put their money at? The taxes that they're saving and all the things that they're doing. But if Biden or if let's just say the Democratic Party wins, it's going to be how it has been. Banks haven't been doing well. Haven't been doing well at all, bro. And the reason why they haven't been doing well is because nobody's borrowing money. Nobody's buying cars. Car loans. See, you got to understand. Car loans comes from what? Financial institutions. Most people, when they buy a car, they don't buy car cash. They get a loan. Okay? Interest rates, your credit card, your those type of things. All of that stuff. People aren't doing it. People are really backing off. They're like, oh, you know what, man? Do I really need? I don't, man. Sure, I just got another pair of shoes sent to me today, man. I'm a sneakerhead. I buy a couple pairs of shoes a week, but that's what I do. But at the end of the day, dog, people ain't buying shoes like me. My Nike stock is down. My Nike stock is low. It's not even close to $100. Okay, a share. All right, and I spend more than $150, $200 on a pair of shoes. All right, so I think the financial institutions are going to do well. Especially if J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, if he becomes the Treasury Secretary in the Trump administration, Fletch, put your money in some Chase stock. Okay, it doesn't even matter how much you put in there, dog. Okay, you put a couple of hundred, you put $500 in it right now, or $200 or $300, and that happens and it jumps up, dog. You'll probably have $1,000 in there. I mean, dude, take your 500, pull it out, do what you want to do. Christmas is coming, So yeah, I think if under this scenario, because the election isn't here yet. All right, so let's not act like it's in the bag. But as far as the betting line, Trump has a 66% is on Trump right now. Based on if it was today, they say 66% of people. Thank you. What's up, big dog? How you doing? All right, man. Yeah. 66% of bettors are betting that Trump is going to win this election. But hey, man, come on, dog. Just because you bet on it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. All right. Bev, man, hit that like button. Okay, subscribe and share. Follow the channel. You already know. All right. Big Fletch, man, sorry. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I definitely figured that out. Too fair. Yep. Dr. Feelgood said, welcome, Linda, man. Welcome, man. This is where it is. Okay. Big Green. What's up, Big Green? Big Green. It's either Big Green or Big Green. I already know that. It's one of the two, or might be both for you, Big Green. Are they going to cut rates before November? I would say no. Why would they? Okay, especially now. I think that they're in a situation where they don't have to do much. If the person who's going to benefit them has the lead, so to say, the proverbial lead, why are they going to cut rates? Okay, they probably keep them up for now if they think they got it like that. Now, I think what will happen is they'll do it by the end of the year, regardless, especially when it gets closer to Christmas. Because I really think that the issue is that the economy, once we start hitting Black Friday and all of that, Christmas season starts hitting, man. That's when everybody's going to start opening up their money. And I think they want people to get into these car loans, bro. Like I was saying yesterday, Big Green, they got freighters. They got freighters out here, man, 3 to 6 miles off the coast of California that have vehicles on it that's just in the water, bro. There's no room to bring these cars in. These dealerships have bought these vehicles a year in advance, and they don't have any room for them. So the freighters are just sitting out on the open water, bro, anchored down, just sitting there with all kinds of whips, bro, getting all that salt air on them. I don't care how much you cover them up. Salt air puts holes in your whip, man. Starts rusting your whip up. Okay, so I don't believe that they will. Qualler said Biden tests positive for COVID-19. Yeah, that was a bad look. It's a bad look, man. I mean, you didn't need to have him be sick right now, dog. We didn't need that. All right, Bev. Bev said, what does Biden have anything to do with today's subject? I spoke on it yesterday because it was important, because it has a lot to do with what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. And we'll be bringing Biden up. Okay. Big OG said 4060. Quadler in the house. Collins Gaming said, come up. Okay. Yeah, man. Brazil Marine says, go Trump. I mean, like I said before, man, right now, if the election was to be today, it'd be barbecue chicken for the Dems. But it's not today. It's not today, man. We got a good 2 months, two and a half months. Okay. So it's going down. All right. Ryan, man, praying for Biden while he's voting for Trump. Like I said before, man, like you guys, my advice is to do what's best for you. I'm not here to push a political agenda. I'm not here to push a candidate. My audience is smart. I have a very smart audience. My audience is as you can see, the more truth I talk, the more God shines the sunlight on me. Okay. You guys, my audience, I don't know about these other audiences, but you guys you're intellectually savvy. You guys know what to do. Okay. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I do at the polls. Whatever happens with that happens, but I have a contingency plan. Doesn't matter. I'm getting rich. That's the goal. The goal is for me to get rich. The next 5 years, I gotta be rich. I mean, that's it. Don't matter who's in there. Okay. All right. Benji the dog could be the president. I don't care, bro. As long as I'm rich. All right. Okay. Michael Weekman said, going to use COVID as an excuse to step down. The traction for Biden to step down is growing. There's reports that Obama's trying to get him. I mean, come on, I don't think that Obama and Biden are best friends, BFFs, but he did pull him into the game. He did make him into a president, and I think that the powers that be, I know Nancy Pelosi has been trying to, and Obama has been trying to tell Joe, man, it's time to hang him up, dog. It's time to put your jersey in the rafters, homie. Okay, time for you to go ahead and get that ceremonial gold watch and go over there and have a seat, because you're 81, bruh, and it's showing. Okay, it's showing, man. It really is. God. Chris Chapman said, ain't nothing wrong with Biden. He just needs to stand up and take this L like a man. Does he have to do that? I mean, at the end of the day, man, I don't think that standing up and taking an L is manly at all. I don't know where you're getting that from. For where I come from, dog, standing up, getting your ass whooped doesn't make you a man where I'm from, dog. If you're gonna stand there and just let somebody beat your ass, we're not from the same blocks. We don't bend the same corners. All right. We didn't go to the same schools, man. We didn't walk them same streets. If I'm standing up and I'm taking an ass whooping, I'm fighting. The only way you're beating me up is that you're getting yours too. I'm not going to stand there and just get my ass whooped. So I don't know about that, but it doesn't look like he would be able to at this point, unless something changes. It just doesn't look good for him to to fight back at this point, at this juncture. Especially him not being his health not being in order. But all this stand up and take your ass kicking like a man, nah, we don't come from that. No, I mean, I don't. Okay, I'm a fight, dog. You gonna look like you was in a fight messing with me, bro. Okay, you definitely gonna be visiting the hospital. You're gonna definitely look like something happened to you. All right, but all this stand up and take it like a man, nah. And that's on both sides. Okay. Chris Chapman, ain't nothing. I read it already. No reply. 4 months away. Okay, 4 months away. All right. So that's where we're at, man. Let's go, you guys. Chris Chapman said, no, they picked them. Don't switch up. See, like I said before, man. Stop. All right. Like I said before, there's some people that just want to be bullies, man. You being a bully there's nothing. There's nothing. That's not a flex, bro. Okay, before I read the rest of your comment, it's not a flex. All right, you're saying they picked them like fantasy football once the game started changing players. Come on, dog. This ain't fantasy football. Where are you getting these correlations from, bro? Fantasy football is a fictitious thing. There's nothing authentic about fantasy football, because why you think it's called fantasy football? There's no authenticity to it. You get to pick teams that don't exist. You get to pick players from different organizations that never play together, and you put them on a fictional team in a fictional league, okay? And against other fictional team members to try to win a prize. It's a game, bro. This isn't a game. This is our society. So I don't see that correlation at all, man. People change the game all the time. All right. When Trump got shot, don't act like they didn't change the game. Like I said, man, if you're gonna play it fair, but it doesn't seem like you're trying to play it fair, dog. But at the end of the day, man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who thinks however they think. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get my money. That's it, man. That's all I care about, bro. But all this, stop trying to change the rules as you go. Dude, even in a football game, if I'm losing, you're trying to tell me I got to keep my starters in, or I got to keep my quarterback in. He's thrown 4 picks, two pick sixes, a strip fumble, and I'm going into the third quarter. I can't bring in my backup. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on, man. Pump the brakes, man. You started with them, man. Keep them in. Come on, man. Sometimes, man, you got to know what you're saying doesn't make sense, bro. Okay. If I could change quarterbacks out, or I can rotate players in and out, man, change my defensive strategy, change this, change that, I could do it in real life, bro. Okay? Share this channel. Let's go. All right. M.A. said, and Obama said, Biden's path to victory has dimmed. I mean, there's a lot of things that he said. I mean, where's the lie? But like I said before, man, there is some things that can level the playing field. Uh, um, this trial that's going to be on my birthday, September the 18th, not the trial, the actual sentencing, that can come into play. Even though I don't think Trump's not serving no time in jail. When he got convicted of those 37 counts, some of my homies called me up. Yo, man, we're going to see Trump in an orange suit. I said, no, we're not. We're not going to see that man's not going to jail. Well, why you think? I said, dude, do you know how a bad look that would be to put a former president in jail, bruh? Do you think this is the first time that a president has had potentiality to go to jail? You ever heard of Richard Milhouse Nixon? Like, you better act like this is brand new because you all of a sudden it's interesting to you. Nah, man, this has been going on. Okay? Even if he's convicted at the end of Biden's term, Biden can do something called a pardon. He can pardon him. Say, hey man, I'm a pardon. And it's over. What do you think happened with Nixon? Nixon was definitely convicted for all of that. And Gerald Ford, what did he do? He pardoned him. That's it, man. Trump could pardon himself. Like, where are we getting this from? Okay? I don't understand why people think that this man being the president isn't the same as being the president of your bowling team. It's not the same. All right. Okay. You'll say it's an analogy. Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Fred Hinkle said, "Will the real Joe Biden please stand up?" I don't know, though. And Paula said, "Which backup has a chance?" That's a problem. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for a backup. I don't know, dog. I mean, kind of whack, homie. I ain't gonna hold you. All right. Chris said none of them don't look good. Hey, man, it don't look good, bruh. It don't look good. It was just like the Super Bowl, man, when I was trying to tell all my Niner homies, my father, I come from a Niner family. I told my dad, told all my homies, all the Niner Empire homies, I said, hey, dog, it don't look good. Oh, man, we're not you guys. We're not the Raiders. I said, dog, tell you that the Raiders beat them. We were the last team to beat them. You guys are in trouble. I tried to order them. I was in Vegas. I was walking them streets, bruh. At the end of that game, when I saw them Chiefs fans walking around, I had my Raider stuff on, dog. They didn't say nothing to me because they were talking to all the Niner fans. And guess what? That's the point. Everybody has a plan till you get punched in the mouth. Isn't that what Mike Tyson said? And right now, it's not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right. Central Coast Cali Raider, man. What's going on, man? CCCR. I'm a middle-class worker. Biden is supposed to be for the middle class, but since he's been in office, my bank account has been suffering. Tired of these lying politicians. Well, you ain't happy with your money, bro. I mean, people ain't happy. I mean, I got Democrats telling me, Shaq, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a lot more money when Trump was in office. A lot of people telling me that, dog. My pockets were fatter. I hear what you're saying. But as soon as you start telling them why your pockets aren't fatter, some of them are making an excuse. Number one, when Joe Biden came in 2020, when he got inaugurated in January 2020, what was happening in January 2020? You guys remember? The worst time of our lives, something called the pandemic. The country shut down, bro. The country was shut down. You had on a mask. You couldn't go in certain places. Your health was in jeopardy. Okay? He had to do all of that. 6 months of that. 6 months after that, that's when everything started rebounding. So what happened in that time period? People learned how to adapt. Companies learned how to adapt. You couldn't go in the office. If you had a job where you didn't have to be physically present, you started working from home. Okay? You started not going into the office. Over the past 4 years, going into an office and not going into an office has become commonplace. It's become something that people do. Okay? You can actually have a full-time job and don't even have to go in every day. Like, all this has changed. People learn to adapt, learn how to work with less, learn how to make other employees do more, all kinds of stuff. So your bank account isn't going to be the same. I don't think that your bank account is going to be, if you're a working person, I don't think your bank account is going to be much more if either one of them's in office. I think that the economy will change. Let's just say, like we're talking about Trump, and then we'll talk tomorrow about Biden. Trump is going to do things that's going to make the economy, go up. Energy, like I said, industrials, financials, crypto, all of that. It's going to look like everything's cool. But if it isn't trickling down to you, if the haves are getting more rich and the poor is not getting more money, and the middle class, you're going to be the one being taxed. Okay? Let's not act like, okay, that you're not going to get more taxed if Trump is putting his resources into these things. You're going to be more taxed, bro. You might have some more money initially, but as these tax laws kick in, maybe year one, you'll be, oh man, my money looking good. Man, what happened by year 4, bro? Okay? What happened by year 4? By year 4 with Trump, if you didn't make your money within the first year or 2, you didn't make no more money, homie. Because by then, all the tax stuff was locked in. It takes time to push these things through. Okay? So that's what I got to say about it. That's why I'm not relying on it. I'm going to put my money. You got to do something else, man. Okay? All right? You got to do something else to get a bag. Just going to a job is noble. It's American, bruh. You're not sitting on your ass waiting for a handout. That's the American way. Get out of here, get it out the mud, bruh. Okay? But going to a job where you get a payroll check and that's all you're getting, that's not going to get it done now. You have to invest your money into you or into something else that's going to bring you a residual in. Okay? We're living in that age. I grew up in my time. My parents, my father was the breadwinner, and my mother was a homemaker. My mom hardly worked. She had a job here and there when she wanted to go do something, but my mom's job was to raise me and my brother. You know, my mom was at home. My mom wasn't at no job. So when I was at school effing up, and they say, Matthew, we're gonna get ready to call Mrs. Shack. You wasn't, let me call her at the factory and try to get her, can we get Mrs. Shack on the phone? All they had to do was dial my number. Hello, and that was it. Because my mom was at home. Can you come get him? He's down here. He done slapped somebody. He done did this. I'll be down there. Let him know I'll be down there in 5 minutes. So these are the type of things we need to understand, you guys. We need to understand that initially your money's going to look better, regardless, even if it's the other way. But over the course of an administration, unless you are the person that's going to benefit and you've made the right moves, and the money that you have, you didn't buy stuff with it. You didn't become more of a consumer. You didn't just buy more stuff with it. Okay? I'm going to get another color TV to put one in the garage, so when I'm in the garage cleaning up, I could just click the TV. Like, dude, when you have money, what are you doing with it? I know I'm not the greatest when it comes to it, man, because I buy stuff. But the things that I buy, if I get to the, I can go and trade in stuff. Like all the shoes that I got, man, I could just be like, I go look on StockX and be like, oh man, my shoes now, I bought them for $180. Oh man, they're going for $850. I just go down to Melrose and, hey man, here's the shoes. Oh damn, what you want for them? Oh dog, it says StockX says $850. Well, I can't give you $850. I can give you $820. Cool. What did I just make? I done made $600 on a pair of shoes just by putting them in my closet for 2 months. So these are the type of things that I'm talking about, man. Okay. But you're on the right track, though. You're on the right track, homie. Okay. Let's see here, man. It's about IDK said a lot of mental illness on the app. Oh yeah, man. I mean, you know, you can't save everybody, bruh. You just be fortunately enough that you could save your own, bruh. Like they say on the plane, man, put your own mask on before you try to put somebody else's mask on. Don't be trying to be a hero and putting masks on everybody and you ain't got your mask on where you to fall out. Put your mask on, help everyone else. That's what I'm doing. All right, I said finally a normal person. Yes, sir. Chris Chapman, facts, you right about that. Brother Trice said Hulk Hogan addressing the NRC. Hey, Hulk Hogan. I don't want to see that unless the late great Randy Macho Man Savage is up there talking with him. I'm good. I'm good. I done seen Amber Roses, Hulk Hogan's. None of that means nothing to me, though. All right. Just let me know when the man himself is up there. Okay. All right. Back crazy, man. What's up, man? What's going on? Chris Chapman saying, lowering your spending habits and invest with the savings. Yeah, dog. I mean, saving money doesn't get it done anymore, man. I remember opening my first savings account. My first savings account, man, I opened up at Bank of America. It was 1974. All right. I was a little kid. And I told one of my friends, of course, you know, he wasn't African American. Let me put it that way. Was talking about how much money he had in his savings account. And he had thousands of dollars in there. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, I want to, because I thought that if you had a savings account, you'd have a lot of money. So I said, Dad, I want a savings account. So I was just bothering him. I mean, you know, I'm young, I'm little cat. I mean, little, you know. So my dad took me down to Bank of America and we opened a savings account. Now, later on, my dad closed that account and he said that was the biggest mistake he ever did for me was to close my savings account. Like maybe 6 or 7 years later, he shouldn't have never closed it because I would have had a banking history. All this time. I still bank with Bank of America. That's one of the companies, you know, one of the people that I bank with. I got my corporations are in another bank. All right. Just imagine I would have had a 50-year, because it would have been 50 this year, a 50-year relationship with a bank that's still doing things. My father said that was the biggest mistake I did in the 80s. He was like, because we wasn't doing nothing with it and was paying fees. He closed it. And then later on, he told me that I shouldn't have never did that. So I learned that from my son. My son has a bank account. Never closing it. Okay. With that being said, all right. Back then, you would get 10% interest on your money, 8% interest, 9% interest, maybe higher than that. My father was telling me when he first started banking, you can get like 15%. You put every dollar in there, they would give you 15 cents on the dollar. That's paying higher than anything you got cracking right now. Now, it's 0.000001%. You're not even getting 1% on your money in savings account. Okay? So whatever you save, you got to put it to work. That's why I say, man, invest in yourself, invest in your kids, invest in your significant other. If they have any type of aspirations, instead of you just looking at money that's just deteriorating every year because of inflation, you need to take that money and do something. Okay? If your daughter has a proclivity to be dancing or whatever, you might want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this little extra money and get my baby some dance classes so she might be able to get a scholarship somewhere. So later on down the line, when she's 18, graduates from high school, she already got a full ride already because she showed her prowess at a dance school or whatever. Your son is interested in cooking, man. You may want to get him some classes, get him the proper stuff so he can go to culinary school and get him get himself hooked up. So saving money doesn't do you no good no more. My mother, save money, save money, save money, save money, save money, save money. That don't work for us now. Nowadays, ain't no saving no money, because saving money used to be a good investment. Putting money in the bank and letting it sit there used to be good. Not no more. Not no more, bro. Okay. Central Coast Cali Raider, man. What's the go-to app to invest in the stock market? I appreciate the financial, my boss. Let me have some more money conversation. I'm going to talk about it, man, even though some people don't want me to. And who cares what they want? Okay, we're going to be over here. We're going to be rich and wealthy, and they'll be over there asking us how can they be down. But there's a couple of them, man. They're free. You can get the Robinhood. Robinhood's a good app. Stash is a good app. And just play around, bro. Like, get you one of those. Get it on your phone. And just start. Doesn't cost anything. I mean, after a while, they start charging you a little fee, like $3 a month or something like that. But either Robinhood or Stash or both. There's a bunch of other ones too. Okay, but start putting your money in there. Take a little bit out your check, bruh. Like, what's cool about it is that you can program the app where it takes money out of your account every month. Okay, so on a certain date, you can put in whatever date. You can say, okay, I have more money at the middle of the month, like most people have more money or they may have a free check, what people call a free check. Get 2 checks a month. One check is paying all the bills, and then I got a free check, that I could do something with. I might have a little bit I could do with. All right, man, you have them take $100 out of your checking account every month, and it'll go into the app, and then you can invest. It's right there, bro. Like, they just pull it out of your account. I mean, I have stuff. I have a revolving amount of money that I have coming out of one of my accounts to put in there that will make me do it. Because a lot of times, bro, you get that money. Like, let's just, you get your tax return back. You got your tax money, and you're sitting there, and you're looking at your statement, and you're like, whew. Man, it feels good to have some money. What am I going to do, man? What am I going to buy? What am I going to pick up? Oh, man, you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do this or do that. Or, me and baby, we're going to go on a little vacation, Dude, like, but so I, say, okay, you know what? We're not going on vacation. I'm going to go ahead and take $1,000 and invest it. It's hard to do. Hard to do, bro. Take it from somebody who knows. I had some money come in, man, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, I got to throw some money at this Nvidia. Because my wife was like, you're missing out. My wife just kept showing me her phone, Bev. Your sister just kept showing me her phone. See? And I'm like, well, see, look, and I'm showing her. She was like, yeah, you're making money, but see? And I was like, man, I got to throw some money at this Nvidia. I just kept procrastinating. Because I didn't want to do it. And I'm like, man, I kind of like my money over here. I kind of like it in the bank. Finally, man, it was maybe about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm looking at the stock. And I know that the stock market is getting ready to open in a couple of hours. And I'm looking at my bank on my phone. And I'm looking at the app. And I was like, did it, man. Did it. When that stock split, I was happy, but it was hard. It was easier for me to take that money and spend it on me. Just trying to be honest. MA said, who's next, Kanye? I mean, shoot, man. I mean, damn, you had his former girlfriend. She's putting on her resume, the former girlfriend of Kanye West. I'm like, come on, how long are you going to ride that? You ain't been with Kanye in 15 years, man, and you're still talking about his former girlfriend. I mean, just imagine somebody from 8th grade talking about she's your former girlfriend. Like, come on, man. Like, who knows? Chris Chapman said, most people have a spending problem, not an earning problem. That's what it is. Say, Dr. Feelgood's laughing, man. Brandon, what's going on, man? Oh, I'm in LA, man. I live in Los Angeles. This man said, yeah, you leaving in savings, the bank's going to loan it out 10-1. Fractional shares break. Yeah, man. Yeah, banking's gangster. Banking's gangster, man. You'll be surprised what the bank won't let you do when you have the resources. I'm gonna tell you how I learned. I got it out the mud, man. I didn't come from a lot of money. I didn't come from a poor family, but I came from a working family. Um, we had stuff. Maybe middle class, maybe like lower. I say we're middle class. I say we're middle class. We were good, but not enough for me to do everything I wanted to do. Somebody with my taste buds. Oh, I needed somebody rich. I needed a rich family. But you work a job and you get, you might have a couple of $1,000 if you're lucky, or a few hundred, $800 check a week or something. So you're not used to really having money, and when you go and get your money, you don't have a problem getting your money because it's not a lot. To you, it's a lot, but it's really not. I got a check for $10,000 one time because I started doing stuff on my own, and I got a $10,000 check. Somebody like me, man, who's not used to having that kind of money in your hand, the first thing I wanted to do was go and cash it. So I had a $10,000 check. I said, man, I'm about to go cash this right now because I wanted the money in my hand. I wanted to touch it. I wanted it to be in my hand, bro. All right? Because it was legal. It wasn't me doing nothing strange for no change or being on no corner slinging no birds or nothing crazy. I earned that. That was real money. That was a deal that I closed in business, and I wanted to cash it. It was a cashier's check, bro. I got a business account. I had all my ducks in a row. It was drawn on the same bank that I had. I walked into the bank. Okay, when you walk into the bank, bro, you got a business account. You stand in the business line. The line is wrapping around. I stand in the business line. Call me over to the business teller. I put my put my card in, my chip in, put my code in, take my license out, throw my license in, endorse my check for 10 G's, slid it under there, bro. Said, yes, Mr. Shack, what would you like to do? I said, I'd like to cash this. They're like, well, how much do you want to deposit? I said, no. I'd like to cash it, bro. Okay? I'd like to cash it. Hold on. Okay, let me fix something. Okay? They said, hold on a second. Stood there. She had the check. She ran it through that little thing. You know how they run it through the little thing to show that it's a real check. Ran it through. Did up. Standing there waiting. She said, hold on a minute. Locked her stuff up, left, went in the back. I think, oh, she about to go get my money. Manager came out. How you doing, Mr. Shack? I'm good. What are you doing? What are you trying to do today? I'm trying to cash a check. Oh, well, it would be best if you deposited it. I said, nah, I'd like to cash it. He's like, okay, hold on, man. Left. Long story short, why was I standing at the teller for 30 minutes? 30 minutes, bro. They were doing everything in their power not to give me my money. Guy comes back, he goes, okay, we have to make a call. Make a call for what? I know that if it's over $10,000, you have to put in, IRS statement. Give me the IRS statement. I write it out and give it back to you, and that's it. Because if I deposit the check, I still have to write out the IRS statement. I knew what it was, but they called, bro. They got on the phone and called to check and see if the check was valid and all of that, and they found that it was. But then they told me, well, we can't give you $10,000 because we don't have it. They didn't have it in petty cash, bro. They didn't have $10,000 to give me. They had $10,000, but it wasn't allocated to me. They said that I would have to order it. I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this, bro. Yeah. They weren't going to give me a stack of hundreds and 10 grand. No matter what I said, bro. No matter what I said. They wanted that money in that bank so they could what? they could disseminate it and loan it out 10 times. They went out of their way not to give me my money, bruh. I said, you know what? Okay, I said, I'll take my check. Because at that point, I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction of me giving it to them after they made me stand there for 30 minutes. I said, I'll just take my check. And I just went out to the ATM. I'm like, I'm good. Because I'm not going to let you do all of that when you could have just told me in the beginning. You could have just told me in the beginning that's what it was, but you made me go through all of this. So I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of me giving you my check and let you run it and do all of that so you know you did what you needed to do. When I can just go to the ATM. And that's exactly what I did. I went right outside, put it in there, put the 10 grand in there, got my receipt, waited, woke up the next morning, checked my app, it was there. Now play with me with my money now. Okay. All right. So that's what's up, man. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's the kind of things that happen, bro, when you're doing these kind of things. Let's see here. Since Coach Cali, my wife and I got a platinum savings account. We got interest payments paid us every 4 and 4 months annually. That's that high interest yield account, man. You guys are smart, man. Okay. Chris Columbus, man, you can't even use PayPal and have Cash App to invest. Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay, yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely use that, man. Use some of these things to your advantage. Okay. All right, man. Chris Chapman. I like you, Chris Chapman, man. You can sub the channel. She opened up suspicious activities report. Yeah, go and open all you want to. I mean, I understand. I mean, you can open a suspicious activities report all you want to. It's like anything else, man. It's just like, you're driving down here in LA. It's happened to me a few times. Driving down the road, and you see a cop on the other side of the street, and they flip a U-E and they get behind you, and they start running your plates. I mean, that used to make, when I was younger, that would, boil my blood. But now that I'm a grown ass man, it doesn't bother me at all, because all you're doing is wasting your time. Don't cut your lights on, homie. Run the plate. And you're going to run back and you're going to see that it's registered to me. You're going to see that it has full insurance. You're going to see that there's no warrants, there's no tickets, there's no nothing on. I'm clean as a whistle. And guess what? I'm going the speed limit anyway. You have no reason to bother me, no reason to pull me over. You're just trying to get behind me to see if I'm going to do something crazy. I'm not doing nothing. So guess what? After you give your 30 seconds of running my plate, what do? You go right around me. And when you look in it inside to see what I'm doing, I roll my window down and I look at you like this. Run an activity report all you want to, dog. It ain't gonna bother me. Ain't nothing going on. Okay. Gilbertine said it's because of over 10 grand they had to report to the government. Yeah, I understand that. I told her, just give me the paperwork. Now I'm gonna tell you something. That what happened. It was at a different bank. Okay. Now when the company bank that I use now, I just walked in there with a check that was over $20-something thousand. Okay. I walked in there, and guess what? I asked for. I knew. I said they said, well, we're gonna have to put out a not a suspicious activity report, but an IRS statement. So as soon as I walked in, they was like, yes, we're gonna have to fill out an IRS statement. It's just gonna take a couple of minutes, Mr. Shack. Okay. Would you like a bottle of water? Sure. It's a difference, bro. There's a difference between being, trying to be shady and somebody telling you exactly what it is. They told me exactly what they were going to do. They were going to run the IRS. I mean, I said, okay, fine. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. I have a legal business. I have a corporation. I have an S corp. It's legal. I'm paying taxes. Good. It didn't take long, bro. It didn't take long at all. It took her literally like 2 minutes to go in the back and print it out, and then I signed it, and that was it. Okay? So it's not everybody, bro. It's not everybody. All right. Okay. Stephen Turk in the house, man. Smoking pots. What's up, pots? I always seem to be cash poor. Use 401 to pay off 2 houses. It's tough, but I made that bet. Yeah, pots, man. I mean, at least you're leaving assets for your family, man. You're building assets. Property doesn't decrease in value. My grandmother had a lot of land. She left us a lot of land. And she always said, Matthew, do what you want to do, grandson. Just don't sell it. That's what she always told me, man. Do whatever you want, just don't sell it. Because she got it from her father. My great grandfather got property from him. Got a lot of land in Florida, dog. But them property taxes and all that stuff, man, having stuff, it costs you to have stuff in this country, bro. It costs. But at least you're taking care of business pots. All right. All right. Salute, man. I'm gonna get back to some sports soon enough, man. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, Devontae Adams. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Okay. Stephen Turk. That's why I don't trust banks and collect gold and stocks. Hey, man. A lot of people, a lot of old school cats, man. They buy gold and silver, and they just store it. Gold and silver, bruh. You know, but it's it depends on your lifestyle. You know, the convenience is also, you have to make sure that you're you got to have some kind of digital currency going on or access, because, everything isn't able to just go in and buy stuff nowadays, especially, man, you got Amazon accounts like we got. Like, sometimes you got to buy stuff and you got to have access to your money in a digital form. All right. Chris Chapman, I'm already subscribed, man. I'm usually for Raiders. Yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm gonna get back to some sports talk, but we're gonna always talk this. I just want subscribers and members and moderators to know, man, we're going to be switching gears. We're not just going to be, people got too comfortable over here, man. We got too comfortable talking on certain subjects, and we're going to get back to it, but don't be surprised. We're going to be jumping here and there. It's not going to be, this whole thing is not going anywhere. Okay? We're keeping it like that. All right, Gil Batista, man. They asked me at the time back how I made my money. I smiled and said I work. Yeah, man, those kind of questions. A lot of times that curiosity doesn't have anything to do with banking. All right. A lot of times the curiosity doesn't have anything to do with banking. They're sizing you up. They're looking at you, and they're looking at your balance, and they're looking at you, and they're trying to figure it out. Okay. They're 2 and 2s coming out to 57. Like their racial bias or their classism bias, Like I used to always say this, man. I used to always say this. Being from the Bay Area and, highly competitive, being up from there, I always said, hey, man, would you rather make, because up there is about where you work at. It's about what you drive, what you work, where you work at, what you wear, all of that. Optics, how things look. I said, would you rather make $80,000 working at Apple Computer or $100,000 selling hot dogs at a hot dog stand? All my boys said, hey, man, I can't be seen out there. I can't be seen out there selling hot dogs, man. I just can't do it. They'll take the lesser money, man, to have the prestigious job, to have the name. But these people, how you think they started Carl's Jr.? Carl's Jr. came from a hot dog stand. Carl Karcher started from a hot dog stand, okay? Built a hot dog stand in the Carl's Jr. Like, people's egos get in the way, dog, of the bag. Ego get in the way of the bag, dog. I mean, like, a lot of these people, the janitors, janitorial businesses, man, they make $250,000 a year, take home, because they have accounts. They don't got a problem cleaning these bathrooms inside this bank. I mean, how many times have you guys went to an ATM late at night and you seeing people in there sweeping, mopping, and dusting and all that? Man, come on, dog. There's people making money out here, bruh. They're making way more than the people that's sitting up in a suit, walking around with some hella high car payments and student loans that are astronomical. Okay. But yeah, you answered them right. Facts, Chris Chapman's facts, where there's no state tax, those are high property taxes. They're going to get it one way or another. Yeah, like I said, I had a lot of people, my godmother lives in Vegas. A lot of the homies that moved from the Bay Area moved to Vegas, a whole bunch of them. And they don't pay no state tax, man, but that property tax is a killer, bruh, and the local tax, so, you got the states where you don't pay taxes. My family's in Florida. Both of my parents are from Florida, which is a no state tax. Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Nevada, and I think I'm missing one. I think it's Wyoming or something like that. No state tax, bruh. But and property tax is a problem. Okay. Plumps your ear. Oh, ooh, good gracious. Okay. I mean, some of the things that being said on here. Okay. All right, man. Is that pretty much it, man? So, as a recap, where should you put your money if Trump and Vance gain presidency and vice presidency in the White House in 2025? Energy, industrials, financials, crypto. Those are the five. The four. The other ones to not invest in: clean energy, green energy, solar. Those wreck. Okay, don't do that. All right, Bitcoin, it's already jumped up $4,500 since the assassination attempt. So if you have any Bitcoin, you're probably smiling right now. All right. The bad part is that imports. If you're an import person, you buy outside of the United States. You're not buying a General Electric television. Okay, you're actually buying buying a Samsung or something. That's not American, bruh. You gonna pay more for it. Okay. And last but not least, if you have semiconductor investments, Intel, AMD, Nvidia, Dell, anything that involves chips and microchips and semiconductors, national semiconductor, any of those companies, Trump is not going to protect Taiwan, who is the leading builder of those widgets. And if anything happens over there, man, it's barbecue chicken. All right. Okay, man, I'm going to go ahead and holler at you guys, man. We'll see what's going on. Maybe when Trump goes on, maybe I'll come and pop my head back on and go live again. But I just wanted to just go ahead and get that out. Tomorrow we'll go over Biden, and then we will be getting back into some of the sports and some of these other stuff and some of the other things that we do over here. But we are definitely a channel that is diverse. Don't look at us like, why are we talking about something that you're just not informed. You're just not informed. That we're gonna go whatever's hot. That's what we're going to. All right. Okay. All right, you guys, man. Good hollering at y'all, man. And I'll holler at y'all, man. Maybe when Trump gets on here and we'll make it happen. All right, man. Love y'all. I'm at the Check and Filter.